Create one new directory. Logical-dev. Go to src. Classes folder. Logical-dev src classes folder. So do one more thing. Multiple applications required. Let me go for app1 folder. Inside that src. Inside that classes. Logical-dev app1 inside app1. So D drive logical-dev app1 folder src and classes. Go inside src, develop the first class. Class will be continuing till 1:30. Nobody should leave in the middle. If somebody leaving in the middle, they can hand over the material and they can leave aram se. Enough. Class name is G. Main method. Int array A. New int of 10. A dot length. L-E-N-G-T-H. It's not a method. It's an attribute in the array. A dot length. It's an attribute inside an array. Length is the attribute to find out size of the array. A is a array reference variable. It is referring to array object with a size as a 10. A dot length. To find out size of the array. To find out size of the array, use length attribute. It's not a method. We should not end with the parenthesis. Try to save in the src.
Talking and
Inside src, G.java. Open a command window. Go to the D drive. Logical-dev.
ల్యాప్టాప్ అంటే అయిపోతా ఉండే మహేష్ ల్యాప్టాప్ రెడీ ఉండలే కదా అది ప్రాబ్లం
app1/src. Is to compile and run.
అన్న కింద సెకండ్
జల్దీ రావాలి ఇట్లా అదే
It's a G.Java.
వచ్చిన మామ తెలుసు అంగడికి తెలియలా గుర్తు తెలియలా సరే సరే సరే
అది కలుపుతారా కదా
Let's move to the next program. H class, interarray B, new int of 5, H class, a simple array of size 5. Whenever From the previous program, we understood how to find out size of an array, that is through length property, length attribute. By using length attribute, we can find out size of an array. Same length attribute I am using in the current program to iterate every element of the array. In the first iteration, I will be 0, b of 0. In the second iteration, I will be 1, b of 1. In the third iteration, I will be 2, b of 2. Very simple. If array size is a 5, then indexes will be from 0 to 4. Inside an array, indexes will be from 0 to 4. Totally 5 accommodations will be. Array size is 5. 5 elements can be stored. Every element is storing in the unique index. Every element is storing in the unique index. Index is starting from 0. So here, array size is a 5. 5 elements can be stored. Every element is storing in one unique index. That index is starting from 0. The last element index is length minus 1, that is 4. To read the first element, you have to go for b with square bracket 0. You have to read, if you want to read the second element, b with square bracket 1. Then b with square bracket 2, 3, 4. To read every element from the array, you can use a for loop. For loop index is starting from 0, ending length minus 1. Remember, in case of arrays, very important point is, if size is 20, indexes will be 0 to 19. If size is 100, indexes will be 0 to 99. Indexes are starting from 0, ending length minus 1. So here, array is a int type. The default elements are zeros. If array data type is a int, the default elements will be zeros. If array type is a double, default values will be 0.0. If array type is a boolean, default values will be false. So here, integer type array with a size as a 5 accommodations created. Every accommodation is having unique index. Every accommodation is having unique index. That indexes are starting from 0. The last accommodation index is 4. In every accommodation, default values will be. How this array can be represented in the memory? So please observe. First accommodation with index as 0. Second accommodation with index as 1. Third accommodation index as 2. Fourth accommodation index is 3. Then the last accommodation. These are the indexes. The default elements are zeros if it is an integer type. This is the whole array object. This array object referred by a reference variable B. A reference variable B. B is pointing to array object. That array object containing 5 elements. Array object containing 5 elements. Every element is a default value 0. The indexes are from 0 to 4. Length is a 5. The last element index is a 4. First element index is 0. To read any of the element, specify that index number. To read any of the element, specify that index number. B with square bracket 0, reading first element. B with square bracket 4, reading last element. B with square bracket 2, reading third element. B with square bracket 3, reading fourth element. Through indexes, you can specify which element you are trying to compile. Try to compile. In every accommodation, the default value 0 is stored. 5 times for loop is iterating. Every time it is reading one indexed element. I value starting from 0, the last value is a 4. So please observe B of 0, B of 1, B of 2, B of 3, B of 4. 5 is a length. I always should be than 5. Very simple program. In this program, we have seen going through every element of the array and reading all the elements by using for loop. By using for loop, how we are reading the elements. Come to the third program, I class. Class name I. Int array C is equal to new int of 10. Second floor second floor using loop index as a yum. Any identifier you can choose. There are two for loops. First, compose the program. First, compose the program. So observe everybody. Now array size is at 10. Array size is at 10. Indexes are 0.
క్వాలిటీ ఉంటుంది ఇది లైన్ వస్తుంది కదా అంత లేదు అది ఓకేనా ఇట్లా నా 10 ఆన్సర్ నీ దగ్గర పెట్టుకో ఒక 5 6 పద్ధతి పెట్టుకుని ఏం టోర్ అయితే నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఇంత పెద్దగానే ఉందా అయ్యో సేమ్ 10 ఆన్సర్ కావాలా
Initially, every element will be default value 0. Integer array this is the initial array. This is referred by C. This complete array object, is referred by C. So first line generated one array with a reference variable as a C. First line generated one array of size 10 with a reference variable as C. While executing first for loop, if this for loop is iterating 10 times, so first time m value 0, C of 0 is equal to 0, m value 0, C of 0 means this one, the 0 is assigning 0 only. In the first iteration, m value 0, same 0 assigning to C of 0, that is first accommodation. No effect in the first iteration. Come to the second iteration. By the time of second iteration, m value will be 1. C of 1 is equal to 1. C of 1, that is second accommodation. This we are modifying to 1. This is getting replaced with 1. Second iteration got over. Going to the third iteration. While executing third iteration, m value will be 2. C of 2 is equal to 2. C of 2 is equal to 2. So this one is getting modified to 2. Third iteration got over. Go to the fourth iteration. By the time of executing fourth iteration, m value 3. M value 3. If m value is 3, C of 3 is equal to 3. C of 3, that is this one, is equal to 3. Likewise, it is continuing till to the end. What we are trying to do? Index value itself assigning inside a accommodation as an element. Whatever index is there for the accommodation, same index value we are storing in the accommodation. Check it out the problem. What is the problem? How to assign index itself as an element? Please go through question number 3. What is the number 3? Question number 3. How to assign index itself as an element? We have to take the index value. That index value itself we have to store as an element. Got it or not? So if it is continuing all 10 iterations, in every accommodation, element is index itself. Index itself we are storing as a element. After finishing the first for loop, then the second for loop. What is there in the second for loop? We are reading every accommodation value and we are printing. This is very simple. Read all the 10 accommodation values and print. Guys, very simple program. Whatever data available in the array, that data we are printing through second for loop. The data we are printing through second for loop. Totally 2 for loops we are using. Come to the fourth example. First read out the question. How to assign an initial values to an array while defining an array. While defining an array, there itself we have to provide initial values rather than default values. By default, array will be getting initialized with the default values. By default, array will be getting initialized with the default values. If you don't want default values, if you want to assign your desired values while defining an array itself. Small syntax. This syntax only very widely using. Class name is K. Int array reference X, n comma 22 comma 40 comma 55. Very widely using syntax while defining an array, assigning values. Let us read every element from the array. In all of our coming examples, we will be using this syntax to provide values to an array rather than default values. Try to save k.java under double quotes. k.java. Now, the size of the array is a 4, as 4 elements we supplied inside a flower bracket. This is a syntax for assigning values to an array while defining itself rather than default values. Assigning values to an array while defining itself rather than default values. Let's compile and run. X is a reference to an array, that array containing 4 accommodations from 0 to 3. In every accommodation, straight away desired values. In the first accommodation 10, then 22, then 40, then 55. It looks like first one, second one, third one. 0th index 1, 2, 3. Elements are straight away 10, 22, 40 and 55. This is referred by X reference variable. This syntax only widely using in all of our examples also. We are using same syntax to provide values to an array while defining an array rather than default values. Come to the fifth example. First go through the question. How to read elements of an array in the reverse order. This is very important. I want to read every element of the array in the reverse order. Only reading elements in the reverse order and not modifying elements in the array. Elements in the array are not disturbing. Elements of the array as usual. Only while reading I am considering order of reading in the reverse direction. Go to class name L. Int array X is equal to 12 comma 3 comma 6 comma 8 comma 9 0 10 comma 4 0. This is our initial array. Come to the for loop. Int I is equal to x dot length minus 1. I should be greater than or equal to 0. I minus minus. Please compose everybody. We are simply reading in the reverse order Array content we are not changing. Array content is not changing. Only while reading the array content, we are considering the order as a reverse order. We are considering the order as a reverse order. L class main method array with 7 elements. Array with 7 elements. Try to save under double quotes L.Java in the SRC. So x dot length is a 7. Check it out. What is x dot length? Totally 7 elements are there. Indexes will be 0 to 6. Indexes will be 0 to 6. What is the index of the last element? What is the index of last but one? 5. So while reading elements in the reverse order, start the index with 6, read the index with 6, then read the index with 5, then read the index with 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Starting I value is a 6. Length is a 7. 7 minus 1 is a 6. In the next iteration, I is decrementing. I will become a 5. In the next iteration, I will be 4. Then I will be 4. 3. Then I will be 2. Then I will be 1. Then I will be 0. It is allowing till 2. I greater than or equal to 0. Very simple. We are not changing the content of the array. Please observe. Most of the interviewers are asking reverse an array. If interviewer is asking reversing an array, then this is not the solution. Reversing an array means elements should be reversed in the array. We are not reversing elements in the array. We are simply reading elements of the array in the reverse order. Most of the people committing a mistake. If interviewers are asking reversing an array, the meaning of that is content should be reversed. Here we are not reversing the content. We are simply reading the content of the array in the reverse order. Finally, array is as usual. Guys, we are reading content of the array in the reverse order. Please observe once again. Array content is not changing. Array content is as usual. We are not modifying the content of the array. We are not modifying the content of array. We are reading the content of the array in the reverse order. We are reading the content of the array in the reverse order. In the reverse order, we are reading the content of the array. Please observe. What is array content? These are very simple programs, but very important to understand the difficulty programs. Zeroth index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the elements. Total element 6, 40, 10, 90. Sorry. What is the array content? 12, 3, 6. First element is 12, then 3, then 6. What is the next element? 8, 9, 90, 10, 40. 90, 10, 40. This is the array object. This array object is referred by X. Guys, I am not changing content of the array. I am reading content of the array in the reverse order. I am considering first x of 6, afterwards x of 5, then x of 4, x of 3. Total number of elements are 7. Length is 7. Last element index is 6. First try to read x of 6, then x of 5, x of 4, x of 3, 2, 1, 0. Small experiment. Guys, everybody try to perform. Let's read array content. First reading in the reverse order, then reading in the forward direction. We can able to read the array content. We can able to read the array content from left to right or from right to left. From left to right or from right to left. If it is from left to right, start the index with 0. If it is from right to left, start the index with length minus 1. The last element's index is length minus 1. So please observe, in this program, we are not modifying the content of array. We are reading the content of the array in the reverse order. After reading in the reverse order, try to read in the forward direction. You can see so please observe, we are not changing the content of array, we are reading the content of the array in the reverse order. How to read elements of an array in the reverse order? We are not reversing an array itself. Reversing an array means last element should come to the first. We are modifying the content of the array. Here we are not modifying the content of the array. We are simply reading the content in the reverse order. Come to the sixth example. How to read only odd indexed elements from an array. Reading only odd indexed elements from an array. Reading only odd indexed elements from an array.
ఎవరైనా మూడు ఫ్లోర్లో ఎవరైనా వెళ్తామని కూర్చోవాలి ఎవరైనా మెటీరియల్ తీసుకొని ఐడి కార్డులు తీసేసుకో ఐడి కార్డులు తీసేసుకొని ఎవరైనా
Guys, how to read only odd indexed elements from an array? Please observe, You should know very well about index management of an array. Then only you can able to develop any kind of logical coding programs in array. How indexes are managing in the array is very important. So far we observed starting index is 0, ending index is length minus 1. Every time it is keep incrementing. Now I have to read elements from only odd indexes. I don't want to read elements from the even indexes. Whatever elements stored at odd indexes, read those elements. We don't require to read elements from the even indexes. Develop the M class name M. Int array, what are the elements? 10 comma 22 33 77 10 comma 30 11 comma 3 comma 5. Go to the for loop. I less than x dot length, I plus is equal to 2. So very simple program. For loop index is starting at 1. For loop index is starting from 1. For loop index is starting from 1. Index always should be x dot length. It should not be equal to x dot length or greater than x dot length. Every time we are incrementing 2. In the first iteration I value 1. In the second iteration I value 3. In the third iteration I value 5. Next iteration I value 7. Odd indexed elements we have to read and print. We don't require to modify odd indexed elements. We have to read odd indexed elements and we have to print. Reading and printing odd indexed elements. Control S. Try to compile and run. Come to the classes folder. Try to run yum. Whichever element is stored at any odd index, whichever element is stored at any odd index, that element we have to read and print. That element we have to read and print. Starting I value with 1, every time I value incrementing to I plus is equal to 2 means I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. Only odd indexed elements. Only odd indexed elements. Index number 1, what is the value? Index number 3, what is the value? Index number 5, what is the value? Index number 7, what is the value? Only odd indexed elements. Come to the next program. Opposite of this. Even index. I am copying the content of M class. Copy the content of M class. Go to n class. Same content, I value starting from 0, assume 0 is a even number. You have to assume 0 as a even number. I value starting from 0, again I less than x dot length, every time I is incrementing to 2. Try to save under double quotes n dot java. Composing a program is very simple. We just made copy and paste. From 0th index onwards, read every element whichever is stored at even index. Indexes are incrementing numbers. Indexes are incrementing numbers. Initially reading 0th index, then I is becoming 2, reading 2 index element, then I is becoming 4, reading 4th index, then becoming 6, reading 6, becoming 8, reading 8. Every time incrementing. Whichever element is stored at any even index, that element we are simply reading and printing, compile and run. Come to the classes folder, try to run n class. Come to the 7th one. How to read only first half initially, then second half later. Separately, reading first half of the array, reading first half of the array, then second half of the array. First half and second half elements separately. You will be having a requirement like considering only half of the array for your customer requirement. That half can be a first half or second half. There will be a customer requirement to use only half of the array, like half of the elements from the array, that will be either first half or second half. Go to the O class name O. Int array x is equal to 10 comma 2 comma 5 comma 3 comma 9 to 8 10 11 20. This is the initial content of an array. So totally how many number of elements are there? 3, 6, 9, 10. Totally 10 elements are there in the array. Totally 10 elements are there in the array. First half 5 elements, second half 5 elements. First half 5 elements, second half 5 elements. Find out mid. Dot length divided by 2. Then go for loop. And I is equal to 0, I less than mid, I plus plus. I is equal to mid, I less than x dot length, I plus plus. Totally 2 for loops. Totally 2 for loops. Total number of elements are given. Try to save under double quotes Java double quotes and total number of elements are even. That is 10 numbers. Element size is a even 10. Mid is a 5. First 5 elements 0 to 4. Next 5 elements 5 to 9. Please observe. Index numbers 0 to 4 first half. Index numbers 5 to 9 second half. 0 to 4 first half. 5 to 9 second half. 5 to 9 second half. Compile and run. You should know very properly index management. Making use of first half of the array, second half of the array separately. How we can read array content first half and second half separately. First half, second half separately. While reading the array content, first half and second half separately. Now total number of elements are even. First half is 5 elements 0 to 4. Index number 0 to 4. Second half is 5 elements 5 to 9. 5 to 9. Now in the same program, let's add one more element. Now total number of elements are 11. Total number of elements are 11. What could be the mid? 11 by 2 is a integer division. It results 5 only. Integer division. It results 5 only. X dot length divided by dou. 11 by dou. Integer division 5 only. In the first for loop 0 to 4. In the second for loop 5 to 10. 5 to 10. Index numbers 5 till to 10. Index numbers 5 till to 10. Please observe, if odd number of elements are there in the array, if odd number of elements are there in the array, then in our logic, extra element is coming under second half, not in the first half. In the first half, only 5 elements, 0 to 4. In the second half, you are getting 5 to 10. Index number 5 till to index number 10. Altogether, 6 elements we are getting. Altogether, 6 elements we are getting. Index number 5 till to index number 6. Please observe, if total number of elements are odd, like 11, if total number of elements are odd, like 11, first half will be 5 elements, second half will be 6 elements. Index number 0 to 5, first half. Index number 5 to 10. Totally 11 elements are there. Index numbers are 0 to 10. Index numbers are 0 to 10. If you go for x dot length divided by 2, x dot length is 11. 11 divided by 2, it is a 5. 11 divided by 2, it is a 5. 11 divided by 2 is a 5. Integer division, you will be getting a round number, not like a decimal points. So mid is a 5. First half 0 to 5, second half 5 to 10. Now, if you wanted extra element in the first half itself, extra element in the first half, assume first half should be 6, second half should be 5. If you wanted first half 6, second half 5, then you required a little modification. First half should be 0 to 5, 6 elements will be getting. First half 0 to 5, totally 6 elements. Second half, mid plus 1. Please modify and check it out. Got it, everybody? Most of the people finding very difficulty to compose a hello world programs. All these are hello world or using system today only. In the first half, totally 6 elements you'll be getting. 0 to 5. In the second half, 5 elements from 6 to 10. Mid plus 1. Mid plus 1. 6 to 10. Altogether, total number of elements are 11. Second half is index number 6 to index number 10. Pile and run. Come to the next program. How to read first half odd indexed and second half even indexed separately. I have a requirement of reading first half of the array only odd indexed, second half of the array only even indexed. Guys, first half of the array odd indexed, second half of the array even indexed. First half of the array odd indexed, second half of the array even indexed. Go to the P class. I'm copying O class content and I'm developing a P class in order to speed up the development. Elements are increased. Almost double or not? Total number of elements are 20. First half only odd indexed elements. Second half it's little lengthy program. Try to develop fast. First half odd indexed elements, second half even indexed elements. First compose the program. There is a if block. I am not using the if block. In between two for loops there is a if block. I am not developing the if block. First let us understand the existing program without a if block. So please compose the entire program without if block. Array containing totally 20 elements. Array containing totally 20 elements. Check it out. Altogether 20 elements. Indexes will be from 0 to 19. 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 Altogether 20 elements. X dot length is 20 divided by 2. X dot length divided by 2 bit. Bit is a 10. Total number of elements are even. Total number of elements are 20 even. Total number of elements are even 20. So bit is a 10. First for loop is iterating. First for loop is iterating from I is equal to 1 no. Check it out. First for loop is reading odd indexed elements between 0 to 9. Odd indexed elements between 0 to 9. Please observe x dot length is 20. 20 divided by 2 10. Mid is a 10. First for loop iterating odd indexed elements in the first half. In the first half from I is equal to 0 to I is equal to 9. First half only reading odd indexed elements. What about second half? From 10 to 19. From 10 to 19. From 10 to 19. 10 to 19. Whatever even indexes are there. From 10 to 19. Whatever even indexes are there. From 10 to 19. Whatever even indexes are there. From 10 to 19, whatever even indexes are there, those even indexes we are printing. Please go through once again. Length is at 20, mid is at 10. Indexes are 0 to 19. First half we are considering from 0 to 9. Second half we are considering 10 to 19. 10 to 19. First half from 0 to 9 we are reading only odd indexes. Second half from 10 to 19 we are considering only even indexes. Even indexes. Please go through again. A simple logic we are using. Total number of elements are 20. Even number. Mid is at 10. First half is 0 to 9. Second half is 10 to 19. In the first half, trying to read odd indexes. 1 onwards till to 9. Second half, trying to read even indexes from 10 onwards, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Let's compile and run. First half reading only odd indexed elements. Second half reading even indexed elements. Check it out whether it is correct or not. Please go through complete array. I am not using if plot, whichever is available in the material. In the first half, only odd indexes. In the second half, only even indexes. Totally 20 elements are there in the array. Totally 20 elements are there in the array. First half comes with 10 elements, second half comes with 10 elements. In the first half, we had to read only odd indexed elements. In the second half, we had to read only even indexed elements. We are finding out mid as a 10. First half is 0 to 9. Second half is 10 to 19. So everything should be very simple based on the indexes. Now, try to add one more element. Now, total number of elements are 21. Total number of elements are 21. Yes or no? Total number of elements are odd. Total number of elements are odd. Total number of elements are 21. Total number of elements are 21. Odd elements. Odd elements. In this logic, first half considering only 10, second half considering 11 elements in general. So now mid is a, what is the mid? Mid is a 10 or 11? 10 or 11? Total number of elements are 21. 21 divided by 2. It's a 10 or 11? It's a 10. So first half 0 to 9. First half 0 to 9, that is only 10 elements. Second half 10 to 20. From 10 onwards, second half is starting till to the 20. Last element index is 20. Total number of elements are 21. Total number of elements are 21. So now, any confusion? Come on. So here first half is considering only 10 elements, second half considering 11 elements. First of 10 elements, second of 11 elements. First of 10 elements only odd indexes, second of 11 elements in that even indexes. Let's rerun the program. Come on. In the first half, we are getting only 5 odd indexed elements. In the second half, what we are getting? 6 even indexed elements. Second half containing totally 11 elements now, from index number 10 to index number 20. The last element is a index number 20. That index number 20 is a even or odd? No. 20 is the odd number or even number? No idea. Come on. So first half, 5 elements only. First half is totally 10 elements, in that 5 odd indexed elements. Second half totally 11 elements, in that 6 even indexes are there. From index number 10 onwards it is considering the last element also 11. Yes or no? Any confusion? What kind of confusion? Now, I have a requirement of considering first half as 11, second half as 10. I have a requirement of considering first half as totally 11, second half as 10. First half 11, second half 10. Then what we have to do? Come on. It's correct or not? I just modified little. Already we got to know this modification. Just to modify your existing program itself. Just to modify your existing program itself. Now what are the first elements? First half 0 to 10. Index number 0 to 10. Second half is, what is the second half? From index number 11 to 20. Index number 11 to 20. From 0 to 10, we require odd indexes. From 0 to 10, we require odd indexes. From 11 onwards, we require, come on, even indexes. Yes or no? Our requirement is in the first half, printing only odd indexes. In the second half, printing only even indexes. Now check it out whether this logic is proper or not. Second half is starting from 11th index. But that 11th index is the odd number or not? Come on. 11th index number 11 is the odd. Now our logic is failing. Yes or no? How to rectify this one? How to rectify this? Check it out whether mid is a odd or even. If it is a odd, increment. If it is a even, let it go like that only. Yes or no? Got it or not? This is very important, guys. Now you can see the importance of the if block. Are you finding? Got it? This is very, very important. Now bit is increasing to 11. I is starting with 12. Check it out. Second for loop, I is starting value 12 or not? Come on, heroes. Come on. Simply. You wanted software jobs. So here default mid is a 10. Mid plus 1 is a 11. If I is starting with 11, then starting one is the 11th index one. Second half should not be odd indexed, even index we have to read. So for that purpose, I am incrementing mid to 11. Then I is starting with mid plus 1. I is starting with a 12. Yes or no? All these things are very important, guys. Again 2 is coming. It's not saved. Saved. I equal to mid plus 1. Already mid got incremented. So, guys, so please observe, if mid is an even number, mid plus 1 will be odd number. If you are starting from mid plus 1, then the second half is odd. We should not print second half odd numbers, we have to print even numbers. Is that no? This is very important, very, very important. First half reading only odd indexes, second half reading in the even indexes. Come to the Q class, it's opposite of P. How to read first half even indexed and second half odd indexed? First half even indexed, second half odd indexed. Let's develop once again this program, even though you can able to understand. Let's go through once again. Copy the complete content of the P class. Guys, copy the complete content of the P class. Go to the Q class. Class name Q. First half we had to read even indexes. Second half we had to read odd indexes. Initially let's go for 20 elements only. I am removing extra 15. Initially I am going for 20 elements. I less than mid. I am removing even if block also, or else you can comment. Instead of getting a confusion, remove the comment. Sorry, remove the if block. Try to save. Try to compile and run. First half even indexes, second half odd indexes. Whether the solution giving a correct result or second half we require odd, but it is starting with the even odd. Check it out. Guys, so here total number of elements are 20. Total number of elements are 20. Indexes will be 0 to 19. Length is 20. Mid is at 10. Mid is 10 or not? Come on. What is the mid? So in the first half, from 0 to 9, all even indexes. In the first half, from 0 to 9, all even indexes. What about second half? From 10 to 19, we require odd indexes. From 10 to 19, we require odd indexes. But even indexes only printing or not? Come on. It is starting with a 10. Next time 12. Next time 14. So this logic is not correct. What we have to do? So let us incorporate one if block. Mid modulo 2 is equal to 0. Mid modulo 2. If at all mid is a even number, increment the mid. If at all mid is a even number, increment the mid. Then start from I is equal to mid. Little logical. Please observe everybody. First half we are reading even. Second half we are trying to read odd. Now mid itself even. If you are starting second half from the mid, then in the second half also you will be reading only even numbers. But our requirement is second half reading odd numbers. Second half reading odd numbers. So increment the mid. Assign incremented value to I. Assign incremented value to I. Understood everybody? A small flaw was there, we rectified through if block. I'll come once again. Why if block is incorporated? We have a requirement of reading first half only even indexes, second half should be odd indexes. If mid is a even, if you are going for mid onwards, then in the second half you will be getting even only, you will not be getting odd. But our requirement is second half, we have to read odd. In order to read odd in the second half, if mid is a even, increment the mid. Got it or not? Little logical manner. Even 10th class student also can able to understand. You passed 10th class. No idea. So please observe. Here mid is at 10. What is the mid here? Total number of elements are 20. Mid is at 10. We are considering first half as a 0 to 9. Second half as a 10 to 19. 10 to 19. In the first half we required odd indexes. We are printing all odd indexes. In the second half we are trying to print even indexes. If second half is starting from mid itself 10, that is an even index. You will be getting even indexes only in the second half. In order to get odd indexes in the second half, increment the mid. Make it mid as 11. Assign 11 to I. In the first iteration, I value will be 11. In the next iteration, I value will be 13. Then 15. Then 17. Then 19. Got it or not? What about backside heroes? No idea. Now, let's go for extra element. Total number of elements are 21. Mid is again 10 only. Even though total number of elements are 21, mid is 10 only. In the first half, 0 to 9, and in the second half, what could be? I am removing the if block. If it is required, I can add. This is the default one. For total number of elements 21. Mid is 10 only. First half is 0 to 9. Second half is 10 to 20. 10 to 20 or not? Total number of elements are 21. Second half will be coming from 10 to 20. So total number of first half 10 elements. Second half 11 elements. In the first half what we had to do? We had to read even indexes. First for loop is very proper. Yes or no? What about second for loop? Second for loop is for reading second half odd indexes, but mid is at 10. Mid is at 10. Starting I value with a 10. In the second half, I value 10, then 12, then 14, then 16. So you are getting even indexes only, but we require odd indexes. Further, what we had to do? Again, what we had to do? Give the if block. Got it? Whenever interviewer is asking this type of questions, immediately you have to ask total number of elements, whether even or odd. Total number of elements are even, then you don't require to bother. If total number of elements are odd, then you have to ask one more question. Whether extra elements should come in the first half or in the second half. Got it or not? If interviewer is asking this type of questions, then you have to ask total number of elements are even or odd. If total number of elements are even, then logic is same, we don't require to do any modification. If total number of elements are odd, then you have to ask whether extra elements should come in the first half or in the second half. Based on extra element in the first half or in the second half, your logic will go. Yes or no? Now here, extra element is going to the second half. In the second half, total 11 elements. In the first half, only 10 elements. In the first half, only 10 elements. In the second half, altogether, 11 elements. 11 elements. Yes or no? Now, in the second half, mid should not start with a, second for loop I value should not start with a 10. Why it should not start with a 10? We require second half only odd indexes. If second for loop I value starting with a 10, then second for loop will be printing only even. But we have a odd. So that is why incrementing the mid. Now mid is 11. I value is a 11. Yes or no? I value 11 or not? What is the starting I value for the second for loop? No idea. Come on, heroes. Even though, guys, 11 elements are there in the second half, but only 5 elements are having odd indexes. Check it out. 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. There is an element with 20 index, but it is not an odd. It's an even. Got it or not? We are getting 5 elements only. Even though total number of elements are 21. First half is 10, second half is 11. In the second half, 11 elements, only 5 elements are occupied at odd index. 5 elements are occupied at odd index. Yes or no? 5 elements only occupied at the odd index. Now, if integer is telling first half should contain 11 elements, second half should contain 10 elements. If first half is 11 elements, then what is the logic you have to know? Come on. I less than or equal to. Yes or no? Now first half is 0 to 10. 0 to 10. We are considering 0 also even index. Till to the 10. 10 also even index. Got it out. Then the second half. You have to go for mid plus 1. We don't require a if block here. Why? Because, come on. Will it be okay or not? Come on, heroes. First half 0 to 10. Second half 11 to 20. From 11, index number 11 till to the 20. Index number 11 till to 20. What is the first half? 0 to 10. What is the first half? 0 to 10. What is the second half? 11 to 20. Now we don't require a plug at all. So mid is a 10 only, but we are not considering 10 in the second half. We already considered a 10 in the first half. Second half should be from 11 onwards. 11 itself odd number. 11 itself odd number. So first half containing 6 even indexes including 0. Second half containing 5 odd indexes. Come to the R class. Very simple. How to find out maximum value from an interarray? How to find out maximum value from an interarray? Three comma 60 comma 20 comma 10 comma 15 23. How to find out maximum value from the given array? Try to save under double quotes R.Java. Shankar sir. R class. It's a self-explanatory. Anybody finding difficulty on our class? Check it out. So please observe, initially I am considering 1 itself as a maximum. I am reading x of 0 into max. Initially, I am taking first element as a max. I am taking first element as a max. First element as a max. Then, we don't require to consider first element. Go for I is equal to 1. For loop I value 1. Then I am checking x of 1, that is 20. Whether 20 greater than 1 or not. 20 greater than 1. If 20 is greater than 1, then 20 itself assigning to max. 20 itself assigning to max. In the next iteration, x of 2. X of 2 is a 3. X of 2 is a 3. 3 greater than max. Three greater than max. 3 greater than max. Max is 20. 3 is not greater than max. If block is not executing, in the next iteration, I value 3. X of 3, 60. Max is 20 and x of 3 is a 60. 60 greater than 20. Going inside, making max as a 60. Max value 60. Then, going to the next iteration. X of 4, 20. Max is 60. If block is not executing. Next also, 10, 15, 23. Sir, no. ఆయన అడ్రస్ మనకు పంపించారు అడ్రస్ ఎవరు పంపించారు నా మొబైల్ నుంచి మహేష్ guys, x of y greater than max. What is the maximum value here? Just comparing elements one by one by one. Finding out maximum value from the given array. Finding out maximum value from the given array. 60. Now, whatever elements are there, in that elements, whatever elements are there, for that elements, maximum element is 60. Let us make one element as a 150. Now what is the maximum element? Come on. 150. Initially consider first element itself as a maximum element. Then consider that maximum element with second. Then evaluate that maximum element with third element, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element. Every time we are evaluating element with other elements, we are getting 150. In the same way, is it possible to develop minimum element? Finding out the minimum element. Go to the S class. I will not be developing. You have to develop. You can just rename this itself. S.Java. Variable name I am choosing as a min. What is the minimum value here? Let me modify the last element. I am going for minus 23. What will be the minimum value now? You can see. Come to the 13th program. Find out sum of the elements from an array. It's simple or difficult? Sum of the elements from the given array. I am going for saving as t.java. Sum of the given array. Sum plus is equal to x of I. Sum plus I is equal to x of I. Sum is equal to initially some value 0. Initially some value 0. Start from I is equal to 0. Start from I is equal to 0. Start from I is equal to 0. So is it required if block? Heroes. Very difficulty topic. Sum of the all elements of given array. Sum of the every element of the given array. Come to the next one. Average. Very difficult, you know. Average. I'll make use of same content. Alt F8 under double quotes u.java. I am renaming the same. Sum divided by x dot length. Average sum divided by x dot length. Average of first half. First to find out average of complete array. Sum divided by total number of elements. Sum divided by total number of elements is nothing but average. Sum divided by total number of elements is nothing but average. Based on the elements, you will be getting average value. Come to the 15. How to find out average of first half and second half separately. Average of first half elements and average of second half elements. average of first half elements, average of second half elements separately. First half average, second half average. Int mid is equal to x dot length divided by 2. You can choose sum is equal to 0. You can go for integer type also. Sum as an integer type also. Sum divided by mid. I less than mid. Guys, make it sum as a 0. Even AVG also go for 0. First half average, second half average. First half average, second half average. So what are the total number of elements? How many elements are there? 123, 60, 20, 10, 15, 23. Total number of elements are 3, 3, 6, 8. Total number of elements are 8. First half only 4 elements. Second half 4 elements. Here mid is a 4. First half is 0 to 3. Second half is 3 to 7. Total number of elements are 8. Indexes are 0 to 7. Indexes are 0 to 7. First half is, what is the first half? The first half is 4 elements 0 to 3. Second half is 4 elements from 4 to 7. Total number of elements are given. So please observe, from I is equal to 0 to I is equal to 3, finding the sum, then finding the average, sum by 4. Then we are initializing sum as 0, average also 0.0. What is the second part loop? From I is equal to mid, from 4 onwards till to 7, I is equal to 4. From 4 onwards till to 7. So completely sum, then average is equal to sum by 4. Second half average. So what is the output? First half average, second half average. First half average, second half average. Now let us see, guys, total number of elements are 11. Sorry, 9. Earlier, total number of elements were 8. Now I added one more element, 40. Yes or no? Total number of elements are 9. Now first half is 4 only, second half 5. Check it out. First half is 4, second half 5. Yes or no? While going for average for second half, what you have to do? Sum divided by mid plus 1. Mid is a 4. For second average, guys, total number of elements are 9. First half by default 4 only. Second half by default 5. How to find out the average of 5? Sum of 5 divided by 5. What is the mid now? Come on, heroes. Mid is a 4 or 5? Mid is a 4. First half, sum is 4 number elements divided by 4. First half average is very proper. Second half, totally 5 elements are coming. 5 elements average means sum of 5 divided by 5. What is the sum now? Sorry, mid now. Come on, heroes. You have to go like this or not? Come on. First half only 4 elements. Second half 5 elements. Sum is the 4. Total number of elements are 9. Total number of elements are 9. First half 4 only by default. Why? Because mid is the 4. Second half elements are 5. Total number of elements are 9. From index 0 to 8. Mid is 4. First half is 0 to 3. Second half is 4 to 8. Total number of elements are 5. So, while going for second half average, you have to go for sum divided by mid plus 1. Why we require mid plus 1 for the second average? No idea. Second half, total number of elements are, how many total number of elements? 5. Total number of elements are 5. Now, if you wanted extra element in the first half, what we have to do? Come on. Extra element in the first half. Whether it is correct or not. Come on. No idea. Mathematics, man. In the first half, totally 5 elements are there. Mid is a 4. Mid is a 4. First half 5 element. From 0 onwards till to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total number of elements are 5. What about the second half average? Check it out whether it's correct or not. Whenever total number of elements are odd, if you are looking anything in the middle, total number of elements are odd, and you are going for something like a first half, second half, then extra elements should go to the first half or second half. It's very important. By default, it goes to the second half. If you are looking for first half, then in the first for loop, I should be less than or equal to mid. If you go for average, then sum divided by mid plus 1. Why mid plus 1? Able to understand or not? All are blank faces. Able to understand or not? It's better to go for joining in the 10th class, studying once again into the graduation. Now total number of elements are 9. We are trying to consider first half 5 elements, second half 4 elements. First half 5 elements, second half 4 elements. First 5 elements is sum divided by 5. Mid is a 4. No. Second half, sum of last 4 elements and divided by mid. Why? Because mid itself 4. Got it? Any confusion? Always. What always? These are very important while going through. Next examples. What's happening? How to find out average of uneven indexed and odd indexed elements separately. Even indexed elements all indexed elements, finding out the average of even indexed elements and odd indexed elements separately. How to find out? Come on.